having us here today.
Thank you
And
too.
we're so excited that you agreed to come and have a drink with us on the house.
Yeah. Welcome to Monarch Park Suites.
The way we want today to go, Beth,
Okay.
is we've spoken a lot about real estate. We've had multiple conversations with you about projects and work. So today we want to know more about Beth, right? So we want to know
Okay.
Beth from the eyes of Beth.
Okay.
So the first question, so that I don't trouble you through this conversation, is what is that one question that somebody has asked you multiple times in multiple interviews, and now that you're so tired of answering, that one question you know somebody is going to ask you and you have to answer it.
Well, most of the time they would ask me how does a very successful woman able to achieve a work-life balance.
I know, we're all sick of that
Yeah.
question. Do you want to
Yeah.
answer it though?
Oh, well, it's been hard. It's really hard to balance. And I guess just like real estate, timing is really important. Timing on when to have a child, when to really focus on work, and everything just comes together when timing is good.
Like life, you think there's a little bit of hard work, a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit of
because
like
you have
knowledge.
to be. You also have to be ready with the next milestone of your life. Like having a child is not simple to do,
Yeah.
and do your tough job at the same time is not easy. So pacing and timing on when to get into the next challenge in life is very important to get ready for it.
How far ahead do you think people should actually think?
Oh, really far ahead. I keep on telling my nephews and even my colleagues, young colleagues at work, you have to be ready and give your best on the stage where you are at. Say if you're a senior, if you're a junior manager, you have to learn everything while you're a junior so that you will be ready the next phase of being a senior,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. And I made sure that I hit the target for the first 10 years of the company, and that's the only time I said I'm ready for a child.
Nice.
Yeah.
But do you think once you have that family, that like work takes, it's not, right? I think that's where a lot of people make a mistake with balance. I think it's just you become so good at one part of the job that you can even maybe step aside for some time, but you can do the work just as well. Isn't that how it is? Or how do you look at it?
It's not as easy as that.
Of course.
Just like when
Yeah.
the timing is right, when you have more time for them, because work is already stable.
Yeah.
All the targets are already set and all the implementations are already being taken care of. Then you're ready to give more time to your child.
How is the 20-year-old Beth? How did the 20-year-old Beth think?
Oh, very aggressive because I came from the province, and I came from a family of aggressive parents and aunts and uncles, where one of them even became a mayor in our place.
So you do believe that you had very strong role models in your life?
Yes.
Or was it the support system?
And also the environment when I grew up.
Yeah.
Like I said, all of them were very go-getters.
Yeah. So how does one who's not from a family like that? I mean, all of us come from different family backgrounds, right? We also see people who come from very, very humble, quiet families who suddenly break out and become so successful. So how do you think that it's really important to have a role model in your life? And do you generally find mentors along the way? How has it worked for you?
Yeah, you just have to see through what's coming in and what's facing you, and you'll find really inspirations from not just your family but also friends and colleagues that you come across.
I mean, that's such an important conversation, right? Because a lot of us in the race to go right on top forget so many things along the way.
Correct.
And how do you feel like looking back? Do you feel like if you had made another choice, life would have turned out differently?
Whether it was real estate or whether I really pushed through on the hotel and management, I really was determined to achieve the highest position I can possibly get.
Do you remember your first job? Do you remember the first check you got by yourself?
Oh, big check for that matter was
Really?
of course in real estate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you do with it?
I invested in myself. I worked by strategy, and one strategy is to package myself really well, looking as expensive, as quality, as classy as the project that I was carrying.
more than outside, I think internally it gives you this confidence and this feeling, right?
Yeah, confidence, and then everything else that they feed you in terms of product knowledge, in terms of sales skills, will come, more fluid and more, easy to understand, because you have that flair already. You have that, confidence over the project.
That's very interesting, right? So would that be one of the advices that you would give maybe people who come your way, if you have to give them a little bit of advice?
Oh yeah, always. And many of them also succeeded because of the confidence, not just the knowledge, because all of us have that selling skills innate to us, because we love to talk, we love to sell anything. The strategy and how to approach it is really important, from packaging to how you carry yourself, how to approach people.
So if I have to ask you, it's not a 10-year plan,
Okay.
but if you have to look at it as looking forward, what do you want personally and professionally? I know you have a daughter who's growing up very fast. How do you see the next 10 years with her, and how do you see the next 10 years in the real estate industry?
Personally, again, as my character, I don't go to any next level challenge if I don't push myself. I'd like to believe that physically I can still do the job. I still am very excited for what's ahead with Anchor Land. But there's also a little girl growing up, and pretty soon she'll be in college. That's why more and more younger managers are coming in, more executives are coming in company to help me out. And they give me more time to my daughter, but I will be still very much involved with the company.
What is her favorite trait for you? Like, what is the one trait in her that you are extremely, extremely proud of as a mother?
Oh, she's very strong. Yeah.
She's very young, right? She's 5.
She's 5, but I talk to her like
an adult.
Like an adult. That's why.
It's great parenting. Fantastic. I mean, there's so much that you've spoken about. I think you sound passionate about most things that you do, and there is so much happening. So how do you structure your day? Like, what is a typical day in Beth's life?
It's more exciting. It's a different kind of excitement, because again, I have a daughter that no matter what pressure I get, I go home and I have a child who cheers me up. But of course, waking up again another day, I still prepare myself the same way. Making sure that I will not be able to miss out on what's important in the day. I also continuously explore myself on new ideas, new approaches in not just in leadership inside the office, but also dealings with the market. Right now, our first entry in Davao had been very challenging, but I'm very happy that all our efforts, went into very fruitful, reward to the company. That preparation is really very important, and a lot of attention on details. And I think that's one trait of a woman, to look at details and repeatedly telling people, not to miss out on those things.
On those details.
That I think is my role already in the company. Somebody very senior, to keep on reminding our fresh talents in the company. It's a good blend. They bring the new flavor, the new designs, the new ideas, and here I am still reminding them on what not to forget. What the unit owners have been really buying.
Have you ever looked back and said, if I had not got into real estate, I would have done this? Like, what would you have done if it was not real estate?
I would have been a restaurateur, or I would
put money on fashion, but
I really wanted to continue the legacy of my grandfather, because he had a hotel in our province.
Okay.
And that's why I also studied hotel management, because he really wanted that I take over. But there was better and bigger opportunity in real estate.
So there was never design and fashion or will that always be a side of your life that you will enjoy doing?
It comes as a hobby.
Yeah.
It comes as a hobby. Not just for me, but also for my daughter. Just my doll. So it relaxes me most of the time.
Dressing her up.
Dressing her up, dressing myself.
Do you feel like she's got a sense of fashion from you?
Oh yeah, she styles herself now. By
At
herself.
5.
Yeah, at 5. Yeah, and I would be surprised where she sees this, but YouTube, she sees it all the time.
She sees it in her mother, Beth.
Yeah. My ways, probably the way I put on makeup. Yeah, she
The
copies
attention to
everything.
detail.
Yes, yeah. Even the way I talk on the phone, even already language we use in the office. She picks it up and she mimics it when she's talking to her dolls. Yeah.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah.
There's a last question, Beth.
Mhm.
I think this is a very, very important question, and I'd love to know your point of view on it because you have a young daughter, and I'm sure she'd love to hear this side of what you have to say to her too, right? And I think everybody out there, all young women, are always looking to find the right answer. I don't think there's a right answer, but it is about sexism, right? What would you tell your daughter, who's 5 years old today, about the world that we live in and sexism that exists or doesn't exist, and how to fight it?
Well, now women are more determined individuals. We have more platforms where we can really voice out, and even as small as in the workplace and even in our homes, they give high regard to women's opinion already, and society has to respect that. For my child, seeing her now as a very strong-willed person, and she can be even as successful or even more successful as me, and we have the right to be respected, and not just respected but to be honored.
Sounds really good, Beth. Thanks so much for having this conversation with us.
Yeah, thank you too.
And we wish you the best of luck. And I'm
thank
sure
you.
your daughter is extremely, extremely proud to have you as her mother.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much.